Hey guys, Amalia here coming at you live from Friedman Dorm, room 13. And today I thought I'd show you guys the typical day for your student at Alexander Muss High School in Israel. Good morning, guys. Every morning we have a Torah come and wake us up. We all take turns being Toranim, which means you help wake people up, help out with dishes, and clean the dorm at the end of the day. And then you only have to do these things like 3 or 4 times a summer. I always have breakfast in the Cheder Ochel, mostly because I'm too tired to wake up early and go into town for a smoothie. But that's okay, because they have this granola that I am addicted to. So class is at 8:30. Our dorm is split up into 2 classes taught by Reuven and Yossi. I have Reuven, which is really cool because he sometimes brings us food like plums and cakes and other stuff. And he's also a really cool teacher. He tells jokes and makes his lessons insanely interesting. Except if you have your phone or laptop out during class, he'll shoot you with a Nerf gun. We've gone through almost everything in Jewish history from biblical times to the modern day. And I actually think I know it because we are learning a lot about the land we're living in. So it's like we're living in the history. I don't care how much you know about Israel already. You will learn something new if you come to AMHSI. Around 10:15 or so, we'll get back from class. I usually just go hang out in the Moadone and write my journal or study for the next quiz or something. But occasionally I'll go to Ofer's. It's a little store we have on campus, and they have snacks and falafel and things like that. Class ends around 12:30, and half the time I leave questioning my entire life because Reuven just dropped some knowledge, and I need, processing time to decide how I feel about it. I swear, I've almost learned more about myself than I have about Israel. Although, I've learned a lot about Israel, so it may be tight on that. Lunch in the Cheder Ochel starts at 1, and I try and stay on campus until then just so I can check out what lunch is. Sometimes I'll have that, but it's a lot more fun going out to eat in the one and only Hod HaSharon. When we first got here, they kept saying #Hod is home, and I thought it was really weird, but now I really do feel like Hod is home. I see all the pomegranate statues or the shops on Ramatayim Road, and I know I'm home. Not just like I'm familiar with everything. Like I actually belong here. Sushi is honestly something I get a lot more than I expected here. The 2 best sushi places in town are Asian Deli, where you can order into campus, and Japanica, where we find almost every time we have dots in almost any city. Dots is dinner on the street, which basically means they give us 50 shekels and time to go out and get our own food. Sometimes we have lots, lunch on the street. It's a great way to get into a city and feel independent and have lunch with your friends. After sushi or whatever we end up getting, I'll pick up a smoothie at Moshiko's. I love Moshiko's. In fact, I have a punch card that I'm really trying to fill up. I personally suggest trying the Strawberry Fields or the Bobi deal, but they have a lot of refreshing options. And don't forget, the main menu is in Hebrew, so it can be a little bit hard to read. Everything is in Hebrew here. You can ask for English menus almost anywhere, but it's really cool to try and read it all in Hebrew. I don't speak much Hebrew, but I am getting a whole lot better at reading it while I'm here. And we do use a lot of phrases like Toda, Slicha, and Yalla Habibi. So I am getting practice, and I'm really excited to go back to Hebrew High in Tucson and impress my teacher with all of this improvement. Anyways, it's basically free time until dinner. I tend to spend a couple of hours in town just because Hod is home. And there's a lot of cool places. Oshiko's, Blue Falafel, tons of fruit stands, Kofix, Super Kofix, Agvania, Japanica, Asian Deli, lots of dried fruit stores, and Shufrasal. I'll spend some time in and around the dorm too. Friedman is the best dorm for a lot of reasons. First and foremost, I'm here. We also have a pet fish named Kofi, and our madrichim are fantastic. Their names are Bubbles, David, and Yeheli. They're kind of like counselors or RAs. They live in the dorm with us and make sure we have everything we need and we know what's going on and that kind of stuff. Honestly, without them, we would literally fall apart, so I'm very thankful for our madrichim. Dinner's at 6, and it's pretty much the same deal as lunch. I tend to check out and eat here, but I prefer to be out in the Hod. This is usually when I do my grocery shopping at Shufrasal, which is so much better than the market. I like to have bomba, peppers, peanut butter, aloe, dates, and rice crackers on hand. I could probably survive the entire summer just off of those snacks. Golda is a great way to end the day. We all go and hang out and get ice cream in the evenings, and they have 7 dairy-free flavors that are so good. The dark chocolate is highly suggested for your pre-final stress-out food. Dorms in is at 10 p.m., which means we're in the dorm building. Sometimes we have Asefa, where the Madrachim tell us about the day tomorrow and remind us who's Toranim and stuff like that. The dorm ends up spending a lot of time together, so we've gotten really close. We have a ton of inside jokes, and we're a whole lot like a family. A family with a lot of drama sometimes, but mostly a lot of love. Rooms in is at 11, which means you need to be in your room. So like 10:50, of course, everybody suddenly has to shower and brush their teeth, and it can get hectic, especially because between the 42 of us, we share 4 bathrooms. The next half hour is spent hanging out in the room. We're usually packing for a tiyul the next day. On tiyul days, we wake up early so we can leave early because we have a long bus ride and a lot of fun stuff to get to. So far, we've been to Tel Gezer, Gilboa, the Kinneret, Sitaf, Jerusalem, Mitzada, the Dead Sea, Tzfat, Sderot, the Negev, Tel Aviv, and so many more. We've gone to the north, south, east, and west corners of this country. There's desert, beach, forests, mountains, everything. For such an itty-bitty area, Israel sure has and does a whole lot. I'm constantly impressed by this country. The toughest thing about tiyuls is the exhaustion, especially the overnight tiyuls. So we've all learned to sleep on the bus. It gets loud and fun too, but usually it's a judge-free nap zone. Anyways, I have 4 roommates here in Friedman 13.
I'm Brooke from Miami.
I'm Natalie from Miami.
I'm Stephanie from Miami.
And I'm Annie from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
There's a huge Florida group here, and a lot of them know each other from back home. That was really scary for a while, but everybody is so sweet, and I've made a lot of good friends, both from Florida and not. And living in a dorm with 5 people, my roommates are probably some of the best friends I've made. I can't imagine going through all of this without them here. At 11:30, a madricha will come in and say goodnight, make sure our lights are off, and we're in bed. Then we all talk for a bit and say goodnight. And that's our day. It's never exactly the same, and there's always some new adventure. And although we're only here for 6 weeks, I can't imagine my life any other way. I think I'm going to get back to Tucson and be homesick for Hod HaSharon, and my family here in the Friedman dorm, and the life I have here in Israel. That's the thing about HSI. It's not your Israel experience. It's the start to one. It makes you want to come back and eager to know more. You don't just visit Israel. You fall in love with it and learn what Israel is all about. We aren't tourists so much as we are, well, residents of Hod HaSharon. Temporary, yes, but this is still home. And I have Alexander Muss High School in Israel to thank for that. So that was...
I don't like doing that.
Guys, are you?
Guys, say hi!
Sweep the floor. No, yes, sweep the floor.
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah, go.
What the heck? Prove it!
Promise I'll be